What's going on, everybody? We are live from
What's
Indianapolis.
good? What's going on?
We're vibing, you know.
I'm tired.
We've had a long day. I get to be up recording in about 3 hours. I'll be hopping on a Jets show of all
You just
things.
about dragged me out of bed.
Yeah. So, yeah. If you're watching, drop a comment. How you're doing. If you have any players you want to see.
Let me get it out of the way.
All right.
You are watching and listening to U Stadium Live at the NFL Combine, sponsored by our friends at locctocc. Sports bettors, do you find yourself sending and receiving texts like, who you got? And who do we like tonight in multiple group chats every day? Or is Twitter your go-to platform to share your picks and see what actions others are taking? locctocc is an interactive community specifically designed for sports bettors of all levels to collaborate and share ideas, statistics, or strategies to give members of our community an edge. Download and sign up for free in the Apple App Store to join the conversation at locctocc. Woo!
He may have just smashed his phone there.
I did not smash my phone, I promise.
But you know what I'm smashing? I am smashing.
Don't go.
Oh, I was going to say the LeBron James over for the next couple. Okay, then. That I was not expecting to say that. But you know what was smashed today? Any and all expectations for Mr. Jordan Davis. Mans ran in the 4.7s at 341 pounds. We are talking Patrick Mahomes level speed. We are talking faster than Jameis Winston. We are talking faster than Baker Mayfield. And the man weighs 341 pounds. Not quite as much as Daniel Falele, who did not run, sadly.
Look, I walked past Daniel Falele yesterday. That is a huge man. But Jordan Davis, look, I've seen him play in person, and I've now seen him run in person. Let me tell you something. You watch that clip, the dude looks like he's floating.
Yes.
Like, it's almost... Benjamin Zolak tweeted the clip of his 40 and with the comment, "This is the last thing you see before you die." I mean, dude.
And then he jumped 10 feet in Jordans. Like
there is no sense. There is no logic to how Jordan Davis moves. And it's unbelievable.
He is probably a solidified first-round pick.
But does he have a future being like a great NFL player? Does he have that in it? That's my question.
I mean, he can be an elite two-gapper, like, from day one, and I think he's a perfect guy if you're Buffalo, the Chargers, or the Cardinals, and you're like, well, we don't really want to care about stopping the run, but you need guys that can stop the run. Well, he can take the job of 2 or 3 players on a single rundown, so I think that's incredibly valuable. And I think he can bring a lot of value as a pass rusher.
Do you think Travon will be there at 4?
I'll pop that up.
Today is the first day where I'm pretty confident saying I don't think Travon's there at 4. I think Travon solidified himself as edge 1.
Wow, are you sure? Daniel Jeremiah was so shocked that
Daniel Jeremiah, Travon is edge 1. Travon is my edge 1. I decree it with this pillow. Travon is my edge 1.
Are you sure it's not?
Yes, I am sure. I am sure it's not Aiden Hutchinson. I am sure it's Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, Thibodeau is unreal. I mean, Hutchinson's a freak too. I think it's a bit of a flavor difference. You know, if you're looking at Thibodeau, you're thinking upside like a Clowney type, right? But you want him to have that higher ceiling. If you're looking at Hutchinson, I'm thinking you're getting like a Chris Long type, like going to be in the league 10, 12, 14 years, going to be a perennial, like borderline Pro Bowler, like a Brandon Graham type. Also, Michigan's just cutting the helmet a little bit, but I think they're 1 and 2. I'm not going to fault Jacksonville for taking one over the other. I'm not going to fault Detroit for taking one over the other if Jacksonville goes tackle. Either way, who else impressed you today?
I already said that Travon Walker was going to impress me. I knew he would. Dude's a physical freak. But let's talk more about the guys that I wasn't expecting to impress me as much as they did. David Ojabo.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He was going to impress.
David Ojabo had a great day. Boye Mafe had a great day.
Yes, sir, he did. Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Jermaine Johnson had a great day.
Jermaine Johnson, former Georgia player, now at
Hutchinson
FSU.
had a good day. Not a great day.
He had some of the craziest agility scores an edge rushers had in years. Like, we are talking slot receiver type agility, 3-cone shuttle stuff. Like, he had ended up with
Hutchinson did exactly what he needed to do.
He had a 95-plus athleticism score.
Who disappointed?
Who disappointed? I thought Devin Lloyd was going to run fast on a 4.66.
Devin Lloyd disappointed a little bit.
He's very much like that Kyron Williams type that like he looks faster, but it's like he ran a 4.6.
You know who else ran a 4.6? Fred Warner.
Fred Warner did run a 4.6.
Devin Lloyd and Fred Warner play very similar styles.
I love watching Fred Warner. Fred Warner had like a top 3 defensive play I've ever seen. He had a pass breakup on Marquise Brown. Now, granted, Marquise Brown isn't like Antonio Brown, but Marquise Brown is a burner. So that was one of the greatest defensive plays I've ever seen. Also, Eric Kendricks is still linebacker 1.
Yes, he is.
So love me some Eric Kendricks. I would say another guy that impressed. I'm the captain, the president, the co-president of this man's fan club. That is Montana State Bobcat Troy Anderson. He was a quarterback in college. He was a running back in college. He was a defensive player of the year in the Big Sky Conference.
And yes, Travon is my edge one. I think the latest he goes, Jets.
Yeah,
latest.
I agree. And I think the question's like, oh, can he play football? Well, yes, he obviously can play football. Does he love football? Yes, he clearly loves football. You don't get to this level without having a certain level of commitment. You can be a 5-star recruit just on physical tools. That's fine. You are not going to be a top 5 NFL draft pick without the requisite work ethic. I think that's BS. Especially
I don't want to hear a damn thing about Travon's work ethic. It's all just stuff to stir up. It's all talking heads. It's
agree.
Yes.
Yeah, agree.
I'm tired of hearing it.
Agree. And it's one of those things that like Hutchinson doesn't have to deal with it because he hasn't been on the scene as long, right? He wasn't a top 5 pick coming into the season. He had this huge season, jumps up into that.
I'm tired of hearing the work ethic crap. I think it's
agree.
In the words of Dave Gettleman, I think it's a crock. It's a crock. Travon Walker has a 9.8.
Oh, that is top tier.
Travon Walker,
a 9.98 unofficial raw athletic score. That is on another ethereal plane of existence. And it's scary to think that Jordan Davis is one of the freakiest athletes we've ever seen. He might have been the 4th best player on the defensive line at Georgia with the Carter, who's still there, Travon Walker, and the potential DT numero uno in why did I totally just blank on his name?
DT numero uno? Devontae Wyatt?
Yeah, Devontae Wyatt. Wyatt also had a very strong day. Georgia just showed out today. This is made for Georgia. You know, something down there in Athens. They are drinking, in the water, supply there. Been to Athens, can tell you I've never had any of that water, but there is a tree that owns itself. Maybe it owns all of the players. Maybe they all sold their souls to this devil, much like Coach K did for the last 30 years of his career, and it all came to a head in a loss today to North Carolina. Go Tar Heels.
Yeah, that was a good one. We both enjoyed milkshakes while watching Duke lose.
Good milkshakes, too.
People dropped how much money? $80,000 a ticket to watch Carolina lose that. Or
Carolina win.
I am fading. You know who else is fading? George Karlaftis.
I thought it was fine. I thought
he might slip to the second round.
I don't think that happens. I think he's a guy that's going to go in the teams.
He might edge 6 or something.
Well, I don't think that's bad in this class. You look at like what Daniel Jeremiah said. If you need an edge, draft 1. You draft 2, right? If you don't need an edge, draft 1.
All right. I want you to give me your definitive rank them right now.
Rank my
1
edge.
through 6.
All right.
Because I'm going to go. Ready? Thibodeau is 1.
Okay. I have Hutchinson 1. Thibodeau 2.
Thibodeau, Hutchinson. I actually go Travon Walker as my 3.
I have Ajabo.
I have Ajabo as my 4.
Jermaine Johnson 4.
I have Jermaine Johnson as my 5.
Walker 5.
I have Karlaftis as my 6.
Karlaftis 6.
Boye Mafe is my 7.
Love Mafe. Actually, let me find the post I made on
Cam Thomas is my 8.
I like Thomas. I like Mafe. Also, big shout out to Dominique Robinson of Miami of Ohio, former wide receiver in Oxford. Unreal. So, yeah, great stuff there. I will grab this was pre-combine, so maybe some things moved around a little bit, but these are my top 10 edges coming into this. Aiden Hutchinson 1, Kayvon Thibodeau 2, George Karlaftis 3. He fell a little bit. David Ojabo 4, Jermaine Johnson 5, Travon Walker 6, Boye Mafe 7, Arnold Ebikide 8, Maji Sanders, rough day today. We'll touch on that.
Sick.
At 9.
That's not
Cameron Thomas at 10.
I'm not so sure that's Amaji Sanders.
That's fair. That's fair. He had a weigh in at 228 today. He was over 240 down when Zach saw him in Mobile. So,
Yeah,
and he was
looks like a
running
different
over
player.
Daniel Falele in Mobile. So, wait and see for Amaji Sanders. Rough day today, but Cincinnati Pro Day. You have plenty of time to fix anything you thought was wrong. So, who else do you think made a lot of money today?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, who was a Virginia Tech guy?
Oh, that was it. Like Arno.
Arno, yeah.
Arno, the fastest defensive line / linebacker 40 in the recorded history of the combine. The last 20 years ran a 4.36 official time. We are talking faster than Chris Olave, like as an edge, as a defensive lineman. That is unheard of. Quite literally the fastest time we have ever seen at that position. Is he going to be a first-round pick? No. Is he going to be a day 2 pick? Maybe a late day 2 pick, but that is making you money. That is propelling you very much like a Tyquan Thompson Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. That's propelling you from like, okay, we're going to take a flyer on you in the 6th round too. Maybe we have to take this guy in the 4th round to get him, right?
All right. Quick. Who impresses tomorrow?
Matt Araiza will cement himself as punter 1.
We know that.
But there are some people.
Let's talk secondary.
There are some people that don't think he's punter 1. I think those people are idiots.
Jalen Petry's going to impress.
Love Petrie. He was great in the Senior Bowl.
Dax Hill's going to impress.
Love Dax Hill. Solid interview as well. I'm liking the physical guys. I know the drills they're going to run are not necessarily meant for the physical guys, like a Marquise Bell type. Nick Cross is going to demolish
Caleb Evans.
Yes. Tariq Woolen might run in the 4.2s, low 4.3s. So keep an eye on Tariq Woolen, cornerback out of Texas San Antonio. Marquise Bell out of Florida A&M. Also keep an eye on Nick Cross. They were actually teammates one day at Maryland before Bell transferred to community college. It's a lot of exciting players.
Hamilton's obviously going to be fun to watch. Sauce is going to be – Stingley will be an interesting watch.
If Stingley has some athletic testing that we think he could have, like that 95th percentile, 98th percentile, he's going to jump right back into that top 10 conversation. And then Zach is going to be clawing his ears out hearing, oh, the Giants are going to take him at 7.
I don't want Stingley, man. Injuries scare me.
Like I said, he's going to be clawing his ears out.
Dude, I am fading.
It happens. I don't know the latest I've been on a show, but I will be reporting this play like a champion. Over under 5.5 yawns the rest of the show.
Look, I had midterms this week.
I mean, I had papers due too. I start a new class when I get back to school on Monday.
Dude, I cranked out a paper in the stairwell because you were recording something and there was a hockey tournament in our hotel.
Oh yes.
And they are loud and they were drinking. So I couldn't get away from that. So I ended up knocking out an essay in the stairwell. Fun times.
Solid. I was up until 2:30 writing papers and turning in assignments. So, hey, we're all there. We're all there, but we are still live in Indianapolis. We will be leaving tomorrow, but we will be bringing you coverage. We have tons of videos on the YouTube. Thibodeau's 40 time. Hutchinson's 40 time. The time that Hutchinson slipped while he was doing a cone drill or the shuttle drill. Jordan Davis flying through the air 10 feet while wearing Jordan's
sword.
He like elevates. All right.
I'm trying to figure out a way to kill timer. Mock draft?
Yeah, let's do a mock draft.
I'll pull it up here. Let's go 2 rounds.
Do we want to do a cracked up mock draft? Or
no, we ain't doing cracked up mock draft.
Okay, I do AFC, you do NFC. Henry, I'm going to share the screen.
Let's go real.
PFF. Okay.
No trades, no nothing.
Darn, I wanted to trade up with the Browns and take trade Baker Mayfield. Okay. Henry, I will give you the cue when the mock draft simulator is pulled up. All right. I control the AFC teams. Zach controls the NFC teams. Life is good. We are going to fire off a 2-round quick mock draft and enter draft. Okay. There we are. With the number 1 pick in the 2022 mock draft, give me Evan Neal. If I can find Evan Neal. Evan Neal.
Oh, boy. I got to get the sound effect up. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Wait, up. Oh, what's up? There we go. With the second overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end, Oregon.
Well, with that asinine pick out of the way, give me Aiden Hutchinson at 3.
All right.
Followed by at 4, Jets fans, I'm not going to do it to you. You get Ike Ekwonu.
With the 5th overall pick, the 2022 NFL Draft, there we go. New York Giants select Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame.
Great pick.
The 6th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft. There we go. Carolina Panthers select Charles Cross, tackle, Mississippi State. I'm going to retire this out. With the 7th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft.
I know who you're thinking.
New York Football Giants select Travon Walker, edge, Georgia.
Ooh, I don't know where he is. PFF does not like.
You go up. You just missed him.
Ah, there we are. Okay.
With the 8th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Mod Gardner, cornerback, Cincinnati.
All right, that's too much sauce. We will have a quarterback going off the board. That is the wrong tab. We will have a quarterback going off the board named Malik Willis at 9.
Good pick.
All right, with the number 10 pick, again, Jets fans, I'm not going to do it to you. We're not going to take Stingley. We're not going to take McDuffie. We are going to take an edge by the name of David Ojabo at 10.
The 11th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft. The Washington Commanders select Matt Corral, quarterback, Ole Miss.
All right. I see you've snorted some cocaine before you've done this.
Oh, stop it. I'm yawning. Come on. This is a little bit more of a slam dunk. The 12th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft. Minnesota Vikings select Derek Stingley, quarterback, LSU.
You're not a hater. I'm not a hater either. Browns take Mr. Garrett Wilson. Ravens take. I know he has short arms. To give me Tyler Linderbaum. Yeah.
First Eagles pick, Philadelphia Eagles select 15th overall pick, Trent McDuffie, cornerback, Washington. Eagles are on the clock again. The 16th overall pick, they select Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah.
All right, Chargers with the number 17 pick. Probably not going to stick around too much longer. We are going with my defensive tackle, too, if I can find the guy, Jordan Davis.
Good pick. With the 18th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Desmond Ridder.
That is the incorrect pick. It should be Jamison Williams.
Fine. Jamison Williams, wide receiver, Alabama.
Okay, that'll work.
With the 19th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, Philadelphia Eagles select. Go down a little bit. Down. Andrew Booth, cornerback, Clemson.
All right. Kenny Pickett will stay in the Steel City. Send Pickett to the Steelers.
The 21st pick.
This is my favorite pick of the draft. It is Drake London to the Patriots. Best fit by far. Raiders, they like speed. You took speed at 18. Well, what they're going to like is Chris Olave.
With the 23rd overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select. Go down. Devontae Wyatt.
Darn, I was
tackle, Georgia.
All right.
Defensive tackle, Georgia. 24th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, Dallas Cowboys select Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia.
All right, Buffalo Bills, wide receivers galore available. We are going to have one of the high flyers all the way down at 104 on PFF's board, Christian Watson.
Wow.
One of my favorite picks at 26 is Carson Strong, but I'm not going to bore you to death with that pick because George Karlaftis is on the board. So George Karlaftis to the Titans.
27th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft. Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Zion Johnson, guard, Boston College.
If I can, there we go. All right, Packers.
28th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Green Bay Packers select Trevor Penning, offensive tackle.
I like that a lot. Dolphins, sticking with the offensive line theme, Kenyon Green, guard out at A&M. And with the 30th pick, the Chiefs are going to go to one of the deeper wells in this draft class. They're going to grab a safety by the name of Daxton Hill. Brother plays on the Ravens, by the way. Bengals, offensive line, Bernard Raymond, a freaky athlete.
32nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Detroit Lions select Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Cincinnati.
Hey, if he finally goes. I am back on the clock with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, I took an offensive tackle to begin the draft. We will take a Jermaine Johnson here at 33.
Detroit could use some receiver here, and it's just a classic case of best player available. 34th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas.
All right. Speaking of best player available, give me Jalen Petrie filling any void he needs on the Houston Texans. The New York Jets, you could go wide receiver here. I do think they'll address that in free agency. You could go corner. I know Jets fans hate that, so we're not going to go with either. I do like Travis Jones a lot here. We could double dip at edge. I think that's a phenomenal idea. Let's go Boye Mafe out of Minnesota.
That is a good pick. All right, 37th overall pick, 2022 NFL Draft. The New York Giants select. Could you go to edge real fast? See who's left.
I can.
Not loving the board.
Are you sure you don't want to take the Tyreek Smith?
I am. Go back up. Wait. Go back to all players. Got to think this through real fast.
Nice. Being a Giants fan. Oh, there we go.
You've addressed secondary. You've addressed edge. Now, next best thing to address, you're going to lose at least one target in free agency. Could be Sterling Shepard. Could be Evan Ingram. Why not get a receiver? I'm going to go Jahan Dotson out of Penn State.
All right. Jets fans, this is not one of my favorite picks. I think this is a reach a little bit, but Trey McBride at 38.
The Bears. I know this is a shout out to my boy Peyton Haberman, host of a oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Oh my gosh, Unwritten Rule. I actually called him yesterday. KCOU 88.1 FM. And this is for him. I asked him, if I run into Ryan Poles, who would you tell him to draft? And he told me George Pickens, no matter what.
Ooh. Okay. You're still on the clock with Atlanta.
Still on the clock with Atlanta. They're probably losing Calvin Ridley. I'm going to go with the man that's a killer at shooting hoops, David Bell.
All right. He did not have a great combine, but he passed the Eagles eye test. So David Bell out of Purdue. And the Denver Broncos, other than Dax Hill, I think this is one of the best fits in the history of the universe. I love McCreary. I love Kyler Gordon. But one of the freakiest athletes in the entire combine, Tariq Woolen at 41. Seattle is on the clock.
Now I got to think here. Seattle needs defensive line help, and he did have a good combine. DeMarvin Leal.
DeMarvin Leal. Let's go.
Washington Commanders, I went quarterback in the first round. They could go linebacker here. Here's a fit, a guy I really like, rose up a little bit during the combine. I'm going to go Leo Chenal out of Wisconsin.
All right. PFF loves him heading on to Minnesota.
What did I do with Minnesota in the first round?
You took Stingley.
How realistic do you think it is that Kellen Mond can blossom into a starter?
Now that Mike Zimmer's gone, they have a shot. I wouldn't go quarterback again.
You would not go quarterback.
Even though PFF's number one need is quarterback. Although Mond was awful against the Packers. Not as bad as Mike Glennon. Sorry about that.
Why I think Minnesota is going to take a shot here. Not Sam Howell. Carson Strong.
My guy. Which leaves me with Sam Howell to go to Cleveland in the second round.
I love that pick.
And then Baltimore Ravens, no, they don't need wide receivers, idiots. They need a safety. Give me Luis Cine out of the University of Georgia. Sticking with the theme, the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Waddle just cut his dreads, so you need another guy with dreads. That is Jalen Tolbert.
Indy, it's still
the Indianapolis Clots are still on the clock. As much as I would love to take a quarterback here, I don't see the value in quarterback here, but I do see the value in Travis Jones, defensive interior out of UConn.
It's still you.
The Chargers are on the clock. I went with Jordan Davis naturally at 17. Mike Williams is probably gone, but guess who is on the board? He had an explosive combine. That is Alec Pierce of the University of Cincinnati.
What did I do? I did Jameson Williams to the
yes. I
Saints.
twisted your arm for that one.
So now if you're New Orleans, safety is a position of prime need. You're probably going to lose Marcus Williams. Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State. Easy pick there. Philadelphia. I think you go receiver. And this is going to be a little bit of a shocker. I'm going to go Wan'Dale Robinson here.
That's my guy. The Pittsburgh Steelers back on the clock. They desperately need offensive line help. One of my favorite picks in the draft, Jamari Salyer. He's listed as tackle, play him at guard. He's going to be very good. The Patriots grabbed Drake London in the first round, and they are going to go with one of the best players today. You know who it is. I know who it is. It is Troy Anderson. Middle of round 2 makes perfect sense. It's a total Belichick pick. FCS guy in round 2. The Las Vegas Raiders back on the clock. They took Olave with the number 22 pick in the first round. So they like speed. They like big names. They like Roger McCreary out of Auburn.
We've heard this guy has crazy tendencies, and I think he would be a nice matchup across from DeAndre Hopkins. Give me Sky Moore to Arizona at 55.
So you have Rondale and Sky in the same. Ooh, that's scary. I like that a lot.
56 Dallas Cowboys are going to be losing one of their tight ends to free agency. Someone that I'm a huge fan of here, and that would be Greg Dulcich out of UCLA.
All right. Are you stealing Daniel Jeremiah's notes?
Possibly.
Buffalo Bills, this is just a slam dunk. Kyler Gordon. If he's on the board at 50, you're
Who did I pick with Atlanta?
You took
Sauce.
You took Sauce, and you took who did you take with the?
I took a receiver, did I not?
David Bell.
Okay. Go D-line here. I like the D-line idea. I think the easy answer here is Arnold Ebiketie out of Penn State.
The Temple transfer. Bucks are on the clock.
Bucks are on the clock. Oh, boy. You could go D-line. You could go wide receiver. You could go guard. I'm going to go Logan Hall out of Houston.
Ooh, great pick. Great value there.
Packers. Green Bay. We went offensive line the first round. I think we go – well, you got to remember, Robert Tonyan tore his ACL. Yes. He's going to be out long term.
Yes.
I think the Packers want a weapon at tight end. Good blocking tight end, too. That would be Isaiah Likely out of Coastal Carolina.
All right. Niners are on the clock finally.
Niners are on the clock finally.
Do they take a quarterback to replace Trey Lance?
No, they don't. This is such a slam dunk pick. I love it. Go down just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit more. Stop.
I swear to God, if you say Breece Hall.
I was going to say Kirby Joseph out of Illinois.
All right.
Big fan of him.
I like it. Kansas City, they took a wide receiver they took a safety at 30. You know they're looking for more weapons. And as much as I think it would be fun to take another – I guess they could go Juju in free agency. But as much as I think it would be fun, as much as I think it would be fun –
oh, my gosh, you're going to give them Calvin Austin?
I am going to give them Calvin Austin. I'm going to give them Calvin Austin. The Cincinnati Bengals, word to that meme that I've posted several times. Offensive line. I get it. But you know what? They need more on the defensive end as well. Just a little bit of kick. Cameron Thomas, probably a top 50 player in the draft at 63. And to wrap it up with the Von Miller pick, the Denver Broncos, they took a quarterback at 9. They took one of the freakiest cornerbacks you will ever see in the top of the second round. And now they are looking at the board and they see a lot of edge rushers here and they see a lot of good linebackers here. But one guy that I think stands above the rest and could be a solid pick here is none other than not an edge, but Perrion Winfrey.
Good pick.
Freaky athlete.
Good
was great
pick.
In Mobile, was great here. Was one of the top 5 or so interior players. He would be a slam dunk pick. And here's our first round. I wish I could show the full one, but here's the full. There we go. Top 8 picks. Neal, Thibodeau, Hutch, Ekwonu, Hamilton, Cross, Walker, Gardner, Willis, Ajabo, Corral, Stingley, Wilson, Linderbaugh, McDuffie, Lloyd, Davis, Williams, Booth, Pickett, London, Olave, Wyatt, Dean, Watson, Karloftis, Johnson, Penning, Greenhill, Raymond, Ritter, Johnson, Burks, Petrie, Maffei, Dotson, McBride, Pickens, Bell, Woolen, Leal, Chenal, Strong, Howell, Seen, Tolbert, Jones, Pierce, Brisker, Robinson, Salyer, Anderson, McCreary, Moore, Dulcich, Gordon, Abakiti, Hall, Likely, Joseph, Austin the third,
And with
Thomas,
that, Zach is going to bed.
and Perrion Winfrey. And with that, that will wrap us up for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you ring-a-ding-ding that David Bell or that Marquise Bell. I love me some Marquise Bell. Zach loves him some David Bell. The YouTube loves David Bell. I don't know what the heck happened to the graphics there, but make sure you ring-a-ding-ding that Marcus Bell so you're notified whenever we go live, whenever we have these shorts, whenever we have any sort of random piece of detail like this stream. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Zach. Follow me. Oh, my goodness. Zach is going to yawn again. Over under 1.5 yawns in the next 20 seconds. With that said, he is abandoning us.
I'm not abandoning. Subscribe, download the app, and use our taste feed. It's awesome.
Absolutely. If you tag one of us, we will send you points.